really difficult to. But at the absolute highest of levels, these kind of strategies can be. But it's hard. It's hard to play like this, in my opinion.
Where am I? Oh my god. They spelled my name wrong.
Did they capitalize it incorrectly?
They capitalized the F incorrect.
Oh no.
I actually haven't tried it in game, so wow.
Oh no.
Thank you, LOA, for bringing that to my attention. I will definitely bug report this to Valve themselves after this game.
They used your voice line though, that's great.
Yeah, that's one person.
That's free advertisement right there. That's good. Guys, make sure you get Sunsfan's autograph.
Yeah. Syndern's as well. It's not as good.
Oh, nice.
But,
You said I thought you weren't going to say.
And I guess Pimp. Pimp's a pretty good observer. He's okay.
Get JJ's as well.
He's one of the 3 best. Right?
Get JJ's while you're
out of 3. But he plays a lot of Dota as we went on. Okay, so LGD versus Quincy Crew. These teams have actually played twice. Only 2 games, I should say. LGD 2-0'd them, and I believe wasn't that Animajor? I'm trying to remember exactly. They met up at another past that, but if I remember correctly, it was relatively close game.
Was it? You're saying it was at the Animajor they met?
I think so.
That was LGD's standout dominance. Right?
Yeah,
they were so good in that. So.
Pretty sure. So either way, yeah, Quincy Crew has something to prove for sure, and like you said, this is their first respective matches from each respective team. So definitely want to get off to good starts. As the PSG.LGD with 3 runes.
Let's look at lane matchups. Leshrac versus Ember, I think, is slightly Leshrac favored, but not by a lot. A lot of it comes down to Ember's usage of Flame Guard to handle the incoming magic damage harassment of Leshrac, and obviously Clutch with Sleight of Fist dodges Blood Earth. Both heroes should be doing pretty well here.
By the way, Ame very late and transitioning to top lane right now.
They're gonna do a tri-lane top and play Lycan solo bottom.
Wow. Tri-lane with Void.
Both teams tri-laning here.
Yeah.
Very, very unusual and interesting. Is this? That sounded so sarcastic, but it wasn't.
Very interesting gameplay. That would have been a good voice line. You should have done. You should have done your robot voice line. So sorry, you were saying who wins this matchup typically? The Lesh versus Ember?
I think slightly Lesh favored.
Okay.
Right now it's going. Oh, Leslau taking a lot of damage. Top. He will be okay. They're gonna TP. Okay, so first to rotate will be Quincy. They're gonna rotate up Treant to Leslau here, but already Faith Beyond having a much better start than the Sand King in the top lane. Actually getting almost, what's this? Is this almost the first 2 full waves? He's 7 CS, 1v3 bottom, off to an absolutely awesome start given the circumstance. And now this top tri lane for me is going to be very interesting to watch, just because it's so uncharacteristic.
Wow.
Like
Instant D work too.
What kind of a tri-lane is this? Disruptor IO Void. It's very different.
No, we talked about how Void, used to be one of the worst laners in the entire game. He's decent now.
Yeah.
Time dilation at the very least has been like micro buffed constantly throughout the last X amount of months, however long it's existed.
Yeah.
I don't think you get more than 1 still.
Generally not. No.
Because the idea of playing it as support where you max it out and it's actually relatively good, but
pretty legit.
Then you're playing support as Void, which
G's planning. I think especially SVG is very good at laying out a game plan before the game even, like the draft even begins. A great standout example for me was their series against VG Gaming at the Animajor, where in game number 1 they absolutely stomped them with a Venomancer strategy that no one was playing. They just had this read that VG Gaming plays slow, they play this kind of style, this is how we're going to attack it, and it did. I think they lost the series the next 2 games though, but that 1 game was very well prepped. And in group stages, that matters a lot. Come in with a well-prepped game and you win the first game, that's already awesome, right? Like, then the worst possible outcome is a draw at that point.
Right, especially when you're going up against a team that many are picking to win TI entirely, right? In LGD.
So, with that in mind, I feel like that when the prep is right and when the plays click, Quincy can look amazing. But then they also have these drop the ball games and moments that also happen at the end. They had, I think it was a game against, I want to say it was either SG or I think it was No Ping.
No Ping.
Twitch was so scrappy, and they were not happy.
That
I think they won. They won the
That was
series
the
2-1.
shard game, the infamous shard game, where they left it in the pit.
Yeah, they won the series 2-1, but looked very unimpressive while doing that. And then the next day, they just crushed Yuchi game 1.
And I
right?
believe
So,
that was the series where the meme of Quinn was taken, right? The picture of his face, I believe. Maybe that's the next series. At the Animator, regardless. We're going to see Kinetic Peel into MSS right now. Ame applies some pressure here with the Thunder Strike from Innocence, aka Y as well. To the other side with the Time Walk, apparently.
that's true. They're very quick at fixing.
So Faith Beyond, after getting that entire wave like he talked about, has dropped off a bit compared to everybody else, but that's to be expected because... Right, Lycan in lane these days with the Wolves, what is the difference between, this is going to sound weird, between Lone Druid? Like, Wolves are much more susceptible to damage, but are you getting as many last hits as a Lone Druid would, in theory?
Well, one of the differences is that Lone Druid had Bear.
Yeah,
and
the
these
Bear
are
is stronger,
wolves.
generally.
That's probably the biggest difference, honestly, so there's different animals.
What if you could equip items on the Wolves?
So they look like bears.
No, like... got it.
Oh, you didn't mean cosmetics.
Yeah, actual items, yes. Courier's going to be taken out by LOA.
Well, the main difference is, so they have a lot of magic resist, but they have very low health, so physical right clicks, you can kill them very easily.
Yeah.
The Lone Druid Bear has a lot more health, but also way bigger bounty. Killing the bear compared to wolves is a lot more value, but also...
Especially because wolves are in packs. Bears don't work together.
Yeah.
Unless they're related. Not sure where I was going with that one. LOA is going to get pressured now, right? With Shin Q attached to a wolf, so he's part of the pack right now. Really taking so much damage. Yawar, you can see on the Terrorblade for now. In terms of CS, doing quite well for himself. As Y is going to get caught out. The grasp is there from MSS. Quinn with the split art not quite in range. As a result, Y will live. But mid lane, Quinn 30 and 8. Nothing to say. Basically.
Now both heroes finding a... Oh, Quinn is out of mana.
Yeah,
He's
but
dead.
LOA is here to try to save the day. Gets the cold feet off, nothing to say, trying to get the last. Can he get... Oh, just out of range, and the first blood goes to LOA. Oh my goodness, all planned by Quinn, I'm sure.
Quinn juked off to the right in the trees and went...
It's actually a fitting line for that. It's actually so fitting. So let's see, when does he come out of Fog of War here? So, ooh, yeah. Okay.
Well, he couldn't have thought Regeneration!
I think he just missed.
Not very good targeting.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But he knew he was dead either way, so just trying to get that first one before he goes down.
I think it's completely fine to go for it. But a little bit of a misstep, I think, earlier got him out of range. After through the 3 remnants, he probably stayed on top of the Leshrac better. But nice response as well from SV there, or Sarkaway as he's called, to grab that kill. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of name change. Leslau was Lelis, so if you hear that, that's the reasoning. The bash come online for Ame. He's going for Mask of Madness.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, are you expecting anything crazy out of the build here? We see a lot of Maelstrom. I don't know if you go Maelstrom and Mask of Madness. And then you take apart Mask of Madness later for Satanic.
Yeah,
and
Void needs an army item. Mask of Madness is and Maelstrom is also a really good item against Terrorblade, right?
Yeah.
You want that.
Radiant structures.
Oh, Quinn might get caught out. No, just on the right side of the kinetic field. Q in the vicinity with those spirit balls. Trying to keep this siege alive just for a couple more right clicks. Ball here. A lot of damage done to the tower though. Half HP. 7 minutes.
Unexpected that the Leshrac tower is half HP and the third tower is really Leshrac dominating lane as much as possible. Get any power rune and tower.
Oh, TP coming in. Maybe Ame, he is level 6, gets the Chronosphere off. Faith Beyond is in wolf form, so he's going to get a couple, literally one right click off with that Chronosphere. LOA takes a tumble, Jin Q on the other side now, attached to a Centaur right now. Yuar's going to get hook stomped. Ame in vicinity as well, Faith Beyond. Looks like they're going to get this kill onto Yuar, does not have Sunder yet. He is only level 5. Success will TP out to safety, so nice rotations here from LGD.
Really cool synergy with IO. You remember how core IOs used to come with the Dominator? They could dominate a creep and then fly around the map.
Yeah, like a wolf.
What if you're, like flying wolves? What if you just have a friend that
Radiant's
flies
top
instead?
tower is under attack.
plays with
Dire's
Lycan's
bottom
Dom
tower
creep.
is under attack.
Lycan used multi. I always also hate
They obviously share control, right?
Yeah, probably, right? You would imagine that they just share control and playing the... This is a really cool synergy just because this was nerfed a lot where the Dom would IO
Radiant's
use
top
fast,
tower
and then
has
go-
fallen.
It's quite a bit slower now.
But now when you use Lycan, this is like the old IO.
That's true.
Have that creep base.
That's a good point. Stump's going to connect onto LOA, but nothing to really follow it up with, at least not
A
yet.
lot of damage though. Nothing to say double damage rune.
Quincy feels like they want to fight, but maybe a little bit hesitant right now.
I'm getting the top tier tower though. This is a very early offlane tower. 8 minutes 30.
That's true. We see so many games where they get 2 racks and that tier 1 is still top, right?
Look at Ame here, but I'm hitting this
right
guy
on the edge,
and
too.
whatever.
So the fact that that Chrono caught Yawar is why he
Dire's
ends up
middle tower is under
definitely would
attack.
have gotten out. Yep, that's good stuff. Good synergy for sure.
Now they're pushing mid, and well, it looks like MSS wants to defend, but
Yeah.
he gets caught.
All right,
Okay.
Burrow Strike from Leshrac. Looks like Y is going to take the brunt of the damage here and will fall as a result. MSS, Thunderstrike might tick him out. He's going to be next to the trees here as Jin Q. Looks like he's going to get brought down by Quinn instead, so MSS somehow lives through that, but 2 support kills in favor of Quincy Crew.
Great defense.
And now you can heal up the tower.
You have three. It's really important.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Testing all of his living armor cooldowns into this tower.
Talk to me about Sand King as a hero right now, because it kind of dropped off the map the last, I want to say, last few years, and then this last year it's kind of been brought back as an offlaner. Not more games.
He receives a couple of buffs and offlaner. Sand King all going for him is he has this great ability.
Dire's bottom
And
tower is
something
under
that will
attack.
always be good in Dota. Stunned. Something that sets up a fight. The weakness when you find a moment of opportunity, Sand King is capitalized. And then on top of it, he also has fight ability.
And the fact that
I think
you...
conceptually the hero has always been good. It's just about the
Dire's middle tower
How
is
big of a
under
deal
attack.
is the fact that you don't channel it anymore? It's just a cast time.
It helps. That's nice. Feel good thing where you can make it to make a reaction come out and mind you don't have to hit it. Tower again.
Yeah.
Really want this tower.
Quincy Crew might have to give it up. The siege is in the vicinity. We'll continue to pound upon it.
Dire's
And yeah, they're not in
structures
position
are
now, but there's a fort just to delay it a little bit longer, and you get the refresh, of course.
Dire's middle
killed.
tower is under attack. Middle
Finally,
tower.
the tower goes the way of PSG.LGD.
Radiant's top tower is under
Right.
attack.
Closing in on Holy Locket. I wonder who he's primarily going for. Right now it's later on in the game, I suppose, flat out play with Ame is expected. So, yeah. No big surprise there.
Oh, and he got the great neutral item choice as well. Again, I think choice. Have to pray correctly.
It's a lot worse than it used to be, right? Now that it's the flat lifesteal instead of percentage.
Well, you don't keep it past tier 1,
Right.
but it's still good.
It's good.
during
It's
this time.
It's 7 agi.
Faith Beyond. Into the enemy jungle he goes. He's going to pop that ult just to try to get away. You can see the static storm applied only to 1 right now in the kinetic field. LOA's ult is coming out. Basically just clips Y, but ends
with
up
the
getting
haste
cleaned up
rune,
as a
getting
result.
through.
Ooh, Faith Beyond. Trying to get out. So 1 for 1. Looks like MSS gets brought down by Faith Beyond as well. Wait, probably a wolf.
So,
Goodness. The centaur. Oh, okay.
it was a bear.
Close enough.
We talked about this Lycan costume, by the way. I love it. The wolf form.
Yep. Very cool indeed. Thank you for bringing it up during a TI-10. This was a
I thought
TI-10
you were gonna love this.
non-sponsored cosmetic talk.
You love talking about it.
I do. They're fun. So almost done with his Vlads into the helm of the Overlord. Has the tomato creep right now. I think one change they need to make with the tomato creep is when he dies, he needs to, like, ketchup needs to spill everywhere.
Radiant's bottom tower is
What
under
do you think?
attack.
Yeah.
Radiant
And then
are
have
scared.
like sponsored ketchup brands come.
That's the next level cosmetic stuff.
Smart. Very smart. Bottom tower. They're siege, but they're a little bit hesitant. Having the 100 images attack a little bit, they're not
Radiant's
using
bottom
Edict,
tower
which is
is
what
under
makes this
attack.
fast. Good reason, because PSG.LGD are heading over.
Radiant structures
Meta is popped by Yawar, and
fortified.
he's basically out of mana right now.
Yeah.
Searing Chains onto Quinn, who has to pop his Diabolic Edict, and with that, I think they just back.
They did. Amos is farming in the
Scanning.
mid. Nice hold here. I think the
Dire's
right
top
amount
tower
of
is
resources,
under
I would say,
attack.
down here.
Looking for a glimpse. Oh, he's scared me there. Why with the tumbler toy? Level 6, of course. And this might be a concession of the tier 1 tower. Get out.
Dire's bottom
Likely will be a
tower
second
is
tower
under
on
attack.
PSG.LGD's way. So, with the Treant, like, what makes it a successful stream? Obviously, what warrants the pick? That's a better way to ask that. Like,
So what did you pick?
delaying the
Middle
towers,
tower
or
is under
Yeah, you
attack.
picked it into Lycan specifically, right? So
structures
delaying the
are
towers for sure, and then finding one or
Dire's
two good
bottom tower
overgrowth.
is under attack.
Probably what you're hoping for with the pick. So far, it's only really been the tower delays, and haven't been that great. Like 14 minutes, and you still lost 2 towers, and the one you have left is the easiest one to take.
oh, we're gonna see the burrow into the AA ult. Quinn can't even get off the split earth, really. It was the Pulse Nova that got that kill. Has the Arcane Rune already activated, so easy peasy kill for
Dire's bottom
Quincy
tower
Crew.
is under attack.
But Ame, uh-oh, he finds Yawar inside the Chrono Trigger with the Thunder Strike to help as well. MSS gets off the Overgrowth, just needs a little bit of time to get the Sunder off, but no, gets glimpsed back into the arms
Radiant's
of the rest of
bottom tower is
LGD.
under attack.
A huge kill for them.
Really cool as well to see Ame sidestep there between every single attack to try to dodge overgrowth from outside the chrono. Not even really a damage loss, right? As long as you weave in and out between each individual attack, just making MSS's life that much harder, and he does end up overgrowthing, and still that Static Storm they do find the kill. Big one with Yawar out. They do overcommit 2 ultis to it, so maybe a moment of opportunity here for Quincy Crew to look at this mid tower. With some Edict plus meta in 25 seconds, that does indeed seem to be the play here. It's going to TP mid on Terrorblade. Maybe it's just playing triangle for a bit, but I think it's a mistake to don't take advantage right now of this chrono being on cooldown. Like, you really want to get something out of it. Might not need to be a full tower, but at the very least, you're going to see here. Notice how Ame starts weaving from side to side. Okay, actually only did it once.
It was just enough, Cinderin.
Well, did in the end get caught by the overgrowth anyway. Didn't matter. Why was there?
He's going for BKB next, it looks like. Manta was picked up by Yawar, and I want to mention Lelis has, I believe, almost finished his Crimson Guard, which is obviously a great
Radiant's
item
middle
against
tower
Lycan.
is under attack.
Not an item we see that often, regardless.
I think it's... I don't know if it's better or worse than it used to be against Lycan back when he went Necrobook, right?
Radiant
Because
structures
then
Uh-oh.
fortified.
Oh, Yawar's all alone again, inside the Static Storm Kinetic Field combo.
Middle tower is under
And that
attack.
is while the tier 1 tower is going down, so at the very least they get something out of it. But
stats are
Dire's
big.
top tower
They
is
might
under
lose Quinn
attack.
too, like this. He has Invis Rune. There is a sentry.
hey, he's literally on top of it. The Wolves catch him out. Be a bit careful. There's the time dilation, and he has to pop the Pulse Nova. But he's completely surrounded now. Just got in as much as possible. There's the Overgrowth to try to stem the bleeding. Looks like Quinn might live as a result, so the sacrifice of MSS is certainly worth it. Although nothing to say, continue with the pressure here. See the Burrow Strike that finishes off Y in the meantime, so you want to count the Yawar kill. It's a 2 for 1, but now Lelis gets caught out. Double kill for Faith Beyond. Quincy Crew making some crucial mistakes here.
Yeah, there's. They didn't even get the tower. Well, but you probably did not.
Oh, I thought they got
I was gonna say about the Crimson Guard on Sand King here now that this fight is over. So the old Lycan build when Necronomicon was a thing, was Crimson Guard was better and worse against it because it had a dispel, right? So you can dispel one guy that Crimson was on, but it would protect a lot of the rest. Now, there's no dispel anymore, but Lycans don't have all those summons. They have one really big guy that hits way harder than the Crimson Guard blocks. So I actually don't know, like, I think he wouldn't buy it unless there was also Sleight of Fist, right? It's because he has added value of also having this Ember do spread damage. But in my personal experience... Oh, hang on.
Oh, we're on to Sandstorm Quinn.
Chrono.
He's gonna get chronoed by Ame, who's just gonna solo him down. Doesn't have that much damage though, so maybe Quinn can live a little longer, but not to be this time around. Leslau now stuck inside the trees with that Sandstorm. The MSS on the other side of the tree line as well, but he's gonna get dusted and likely brought down here. Quincy Crew just need to back. Ame. time walk out, and that's going to be a freebie for LGD again.
Your page is
Big, I mean, that's 2 core kills. At least you are live, though, side of the map.
Finding the silver linings here. Well, at least we didn't all die. I can always point to one hero that survived that wasn't involved.
That's right.
But yeah, it's LGD are really ramping it up
Dire's top
here.
tower is under attack.
Really good read from Ahmed that he could kill there. I don't think that was obvious that Chrono was a kill on the Lesh, but having the Master Madness and Maelstrom was just enough. I think maybe Living Armor had already been used.
Dire's
If
top
that
tower
was that, maybe
has
it was
fallen.
even on the Lesh. Did he kill him through Living Armor?
Oh, we have some TPs from Quincy Crew. Quinn, not quite vision of why right now, but the Static Storm is placed right on top of Quinn. Gonna do some damage here once he's out, thanks to that Pulse Nova. Jinku trying to save Wise life, and looks like he's gonna be successful at it. On the Quinn, but there's the Overgrowth AA blast coming as well. Faceless gonna get hit with the Burrow Strike in addition to the AAL, and down he goes. Finally, something for Quincy Crew. Nothing to say with very little mana to speak of, but it doesn't look like Quincy Crew have any more catch.
Paladin was looking for Quinn. That's a good outcome.
Oh, yeah.
To get the like in there and get out. No casualties. Huge amount of damage is being here. By our lovely Observer.
Lovely
Jai.
Observer.
Get this autograph. I don't know why that was the accent.
That's not an accent that exists other than in the robot
I made
world.
up a country. Alright, so we're seeing the replay here. Static Storm onto Lesh, and at this point when Disruptor gets saved, this looks scary for Quinn.
Yeah.
And this Overgrowth saves everything right there. Both of them, they set up the Ice Blast very nicely. Throw strike there. Quincy. And obviously with that, if Lesh dies there, maybe they even lose the top. But they hold it on. Taking any damage on it. And Jawar's making good progress here as well. He's closing in on Scotty on the Terrorblade. Void's BKB, however, also completed, so very, very good for him as well.
Is this a game where you would prioritize at some point, if it goes into the later stages, obviously, the Ags on Disruptor, Chrono into Static Storm on TB, and you can't live.
And you're playing it against a lineup that has 0 save, so it is really.
Drums are popped, and LOA will be the sacrifice this time. He gets off the Ice Blast, but not much avail.
This is going to be a Rojo turn.
It looks like that's what they want to do.
Dire's top tower is under
I mean, the
attack.
Ice Blast, I know it's not going to be up even if they were to take 20 seconds to kill us, which it won't take that long.
Or if he bought back.
Or bought back. Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
Well,
attack.
first rush goes to LGD. Lycan going for the shard, so that's the wolf that spawns in a random lane. Used to hate this thing, but it's actually pretty decent now.
I still hate it.
I think it's actually okay.
It's not about how good it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
I think it's interesting because it's unique. That's what the definition of interesting is, unique.
Sure. I agree it's unique.
You're interesting. Your
Thank you.
face is interesting. Yes. Just want to let you know that.
It's a very unique face.
Yes. I agree.
But among
Radiant's
itself, it
bottom
doesn't have that
tower
many
is under
expressions.
attack.
Well, maybe in the next operating system update. So,
Send
3K net worth lead for LGD. Ame, of course, with the Aegis now, plenty of time to work with. He's going for a Mjolnir, the next item of choice. Into Lincoln's, it looks like.
How many things are going to proc static charge here? When you upgrade into Mjolnir from Maelstrom, the damage increase, it's pretty good with the attack speed drive, but you already have Mask of Madness. So I think from a raw DPS standpoint, you already have the attack to buy the damage. It's Devilish or
Well, they want to get rid of
MKB.
Mask of Madness eventually as well.
Right, that's probably
part of it.
that's a good point. That's probably why he's probably going to get this and then
Yeah.
that's probably what it is.
There's that wolf. So the reason this becomes pretty good is the Howl mechanic, the fact that it's global. It's been a while. Minus armor on, and the fact that these wolves actually cripple towers. You know that? Yeah. That's, I believe, minus attack speed, if I'm honest. Is there a bleed effect? I can't remember. It's like a, that was like the old MAME, kind of.
Only in Dota can towers.
Yeah, damage per second. 8.
Dire's bottom tower
And it works
is
on
under
towers.
attack.
Let's see this massive damage. Oh, they fortified. See, you got to respect the wolves. Absolutely fortified for that
This
wolf.
wolf ran away though, so it's kind of... Oh, that was not the
Dire's
shard.
bottom tower is under
Be quiet,
attack.
Syndra.
Yeah.
So,
Radiant's
Why?
top tower is under attack.
your face is really interesting. All right, we have a smoke here from Quincy Crew. Trying to backstab now. Nothing to say.
Dire's
They
bottom
just got the tower.
Yeah, for free.
Quincy
Looks
didn't
like.
really find an angle hit. They're trying now to do
Yeah.
a full wraparound, but
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, I hear the epi. Just waiting.
this
Radiant's
can be
top
really
tower
good
is
or
under
really
attack.
bad.
Yeah, Burrow strikes only onto one, but it is the Disruptor trying to take him out before he gets his ult off. Ame pops the BKB. Mai is getting healed so much from Jin Q. How is he not dead? Buyback on the tree end now. Static Storm there. Quinn in a ton of trouble. Looks like he's just going to get brought down by Ame's right click. So the Bloodstone is activated. Look at the health regen out of control. Aegis is finally expended, but it might be at the cost of Quinn's life if he's not careful. Attempting to run away, but the minus armor from the Howl and the right clicks will suffice. 2 for 1. Actually 3 for 1 with the buyback onto the tree. And okay, so Quincy Crew, you said it could be really good or really bad. That was not good. They got 1 kill.
The outcome was
And
good,
Aegis.
but they didn't even play it that bad. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
But I think Yawara arrived too late to this fight. Look at the minimap right now.
Look at how much Y gets healed by Jin. This is insane.
Yeah, Ice Blast is
actually
finally
insane.
coming out later, but like now Terrorblade showed up. Right?
Yeah.
It's just too late. If you're making this move, I don't
Time
think
is
this
money.
works. Like you imagine the same fight with Yawara there 5 seconds early. I think they win it.
Yeah, possibly.
And instead this is a fallback. It really is a game of seconds sometimes, and that was the way they entered that and the fact that they kept Quinn alive for so long should theoretically pay off bigger than 1 kill, right? Really got maximum value out of Living Armor plus Crimson Guard.
Yeah, I think that fight, I mean, LGD were in the driver's seat to some degree, but this is taking it to another level. 7k net worth lead. They are looking very good, but there's the Burrow strike. A Blast is missed onto Creeps instead. And Ame just going to pop his BKB and try to turn this around now. Quinn going to get bashed up. Y on the back line as well. Jin Q gets in with his ult. And this is looking really bad for Quinn's crew, but Leslie gets off his ult in turn. Epicenter forces them back completely, but Quinn's been stuck inside this kinetic field seemingly the entire game. They're afraid to go high ground now, but here comes Ember Spirit. That's going to be 1 kill. Make it 2 for nothing to say. Triple kill on top. Oh, man. That was rough for Quincy. LGD. God damn it. LGD.
Happened to the Ice Blast. I didn't even see it on the screen.
I saw it. It hit. He just misclicked.
Oh,
It hit neutral creeps.
that's the nerfs. That, honestly, I think that would have killed, right? Maybe he has Essence Ring, right? He has Essence Ring, so he might have left anyway, but...
This is going to be at the very least 1 full set of racks. With the... He's had this Granite Golem the whole game.
Double damage.
What are your thoughts on this?
Pretty much.
With an IO, it's actually pretty cool, right?
It's just more health. You're playing against a lineup that primarily does magical damage, except
Yeah.
this one Terrorblade.
Like, do you actually prioritize that versus the Dragon in this lineup because of that? Or
With how you're playing fights, I think so. Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Although the Dragon would also be nice because it forces Terrorblade to deal with it, because none of those games.
Maybe only the Granite Golems have come up and we're looking too into it.
That's very possible. There are dragons now.
Oh my god, nothing to say. Look at that. Yeah, that was set up beautifully for him. So Lincoln Sphere, Cinderin.
Yeah.
It blocks Burrow Strike. And I think that is literally it. Am I wrong? Sunder.
For the voice, Sunder is...
And Cold Feet. But Lincoln. Anyway, gonna get brought down.
Gonna be Ice Blast though.
Why Lincoln? Is it just for Sunder? Is that the main thing?
I think so, yeah. Probably
It's
is.
not a very common choice in a game like this where there's not like a Doom or... I mean, Lincoln is like a forgotten item.
What even?
What am I missing here? I mean, it blocks Burrow though, right?
Yeah.
So that is a major one.
It's good, but I
Dire's
don't know if
middle
it's
tower is under
necessary.
attack.
That's the other thing.
Well, 13k net worth lead for LGD now. The tier 2 tower looking like it will fall. Oh, Smoke getting ready to go for Quincy Crew potentially.
Radiant's top
Yeah, I mean,
tower
from their
is under
perspective,
attack.
what needs to be done? What's the combo
Dire's
here?
middle tower
Overgrowth
is under
into AA
attack.
Blast on several heroes, I would assume
Dire's
is a
middle
minimum
tower
at this
has
stage.
fallen.
And is there an item that Yawar is looking for? Like, I guess the BKB is the...
I think it's go time, but I think most importantly, you need all your heroes there at the right place at the right time, and you need to hit a combo like you said. So Terrorblade needs to be able to attack during overgrowth into... Then you have the damage still to find key kills in this, but unfortunately for QCY, they kind of missed the window that was the really scary play for LGD about 5 minutes ago. That is when that could have been super scary, when the Scotty was fresh. I don't think the BKB on Terrorblade is that integral to the success of their lineup. In all honesty, I don't even know if he should have bought it. What are you countering with this? Slight Chains and Static Storm?
The flames.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Maybe he values the Sunder that high.
There's the smoke, LOA. Oh, he just got two-shot by a rock. There might have been a sleight of fist there as well, but we'll ignore that aspect. Just give all the credit to the golem itself as Quinn takes a tumble, so this is just snowballing out of control in LGD's favor for sure.
Pump wave is coming in about 10 seconds if they cut the next one. Break backdoor protection mid. Exactly what they're going to do. He's going to hold the wave here. Mid is now open for business if they want to try to push there. Doesn't necessarily look like they're going to force high ground. Oh, they will. Why not?
Yawar forced to use his Manta. Ice Blast, they know, is available in one area. Can we get an update on where the wolf is?
There are two wolves
there
bottom.
we go. That's a good wolf.
Two bottom.
Wow. How does that happen? Is that his actual wolves then?
No. I guess there was just a big wave such a long time to shoot through it.
Wow.
Because do you know why it took them a long time?
Oh, that was another update. They stopped the aggro on the Lycan, or on the wolves as well.
Oh yeah.
Radiant are
Sorry, you had a
scanning.
joke, I'm sure. What was it?
No.
You're saving it for another time?
Very serious.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Alright, this might be the last-ditch effort for QCY Crew. Of course, this is only game one of this two-game series for the group stage of T5-10. QCY Crew need a miracle. Need a perfect initiation. Roche is now up. You can see they wanted to go for Innocence, or Y, on the Disruptor. And he just couldn't be brought down. They just didn't have enough damage. Because, like you said, Yawar wasn't in range, and Io with the ridiculous amounts of heal. Mame has a Mjolnir and Lincoln Sphere and BKB, playing it super safe this time around. Quinn, Searing Chains is there. AA Blast is coming in. Mame just time walks to safety. Alloway gets destroyed by Nothing to Say on the backside. Buybacks galore, but no ult or LOA in turn as Yawar gets off the Sunder finally. But it's going to be a big chrono onto the only hero that really matters. As Quinn is just going to be brought down eventually. Yawar looking for the Sunder. He's already used it actually. Triple kill for Faith Beyond, and that is likely to be GG for game number one. And there it goes.
Absolutely crushed. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
That was a bit of a rough one for QCY.
I think in theory,